Hello again, Michael Friedberg here from beautiful North Carolina with a shave video today using products that I have recently taken with me on a trip. That includes the Fine Slant, which I chose because of course it is very light. I also used the Himalayan Heights from Meissner Tremonia that I put into a small travel tin. I have some of that decanted here into the bowl, the Captain's Choice lather bowl. Also, I took with me, of course, synthetic brush because it dries easily and really no need to worry about it in terms of putting it away wet, something like that. And I also took with me a small travel size container of the Captain's Choice, the Aftershave balm. I will not be using the North in today's video. I will be using the full size lime, but of course I didn't travel with this. I traveled with the sample size because of course it's smaller. So let's go ahead and get started for today. I'm going to be using, as I said, the Meissner Tremonia, the Himalayan Heights. Yeah, the soap is blue. It's a really cool color, actually. The scent on the soap is Himalayan cedar, which does smell a bit different, I guess, than American cedar. And the soap does have a wonderful light cedar scent, but it also includes Himalayan salt. And it does in fact smell a little bit briny or salty. And you may think at first, well, that's kind of a strange combination, but the fact is, scent is wonderful. It's a really kind of a very different take on the cedar scent, and really been enjoying this. It is again a coconut oil and a macadamia nut oil based soap. It does have kaolin clay in there and talc, I believe, as well. If you have a nut allergy, that may be something to worry about. But let me go ahead and get lathered up. I'm going to use the synthetic brush. I'm still, I have to say, a bit divided on these brushes in the sense that I think that for a travel brush, these work out great. They're very easy to store, very easy to dry. They're generally speaking very easy to use. But maybe it's this particular knot style. There are parts of this that I don't really like. It is very flaccid side to side, but overly stiff if you push on it. Really? Okay, so it also holds water in kind of a weird way. So it actually sucks up and holds a lot of water. In fact, way more than you might expect. So in fact, what I've had to do is start off with a relatively dry brush. So I'm just shaking it out. I'm just going to just wet the tips again. I'm just going to start loading the brush. This is a very, very soft soap. This is the shave paste from Meissner Tremonia. So you can see as you move it around, it is very, very soft. You can just sort of press the brush into it. You definitely want to make sure that you get the brush properly loaded. This is one of those soaps where you may get fooled initially because it looks like you have enough on the brush. Just add a bit more. There, that should be plenty. I'm going to wet my face again. Yeah, the previous soap I used from Meissner Tremonia was the pots of milk, the milk-based soap. Fantastic. And this has been really just as good in its own way. It of course doesn't have the milk in it, but the lather's been fantastic. It has taken a bit more water. So just like with the pots of milk, the initial lather looks pretty good, but in fact, that still needs more water. Now, what I found with the synthetic brushes, that initially when you start lathering, depending on how much water's in there, it's very springy and flicky, like there's little droplets of water going everywhere. And so you have to sort of really, I don't know, sort of open it up by pressing it on your face. And then, ironically, for me at least, when you do that, it's not quite as soft and comfortable anymore. In fact, it ends up being a little bit scrubby. They do work very well, but again, like I feel like this is just a little, I could use a bit more backbone there. It's a little weak side to side. But as a travel brush, I think they're fantastic. They do dry very easily and very quickly. Not too worried about bristle damage. All right, I'm gonna add a little bit of water. As you can see, no issue building a nice slick lather here. All right, just a little bit more water. Sounds pretty good. Not too dense or heavy. But that needs just a touch more water. Just a touch. All right, now, very good. Yeah, really enjoyed these soaps. I have to say these are not cheap soaps. That brush is going to go right into the sink again. That brush has a tendency, when the bottom gets wet at all, and it just is super slick, goes right into the sink. Okay, the Fine Superlite Slant. Now, there's been some discussion recently about whether this is worth it because it's a plastic razor. Yeah, it is plastic, but it's not plasticky and it doesn't feel cheap. It's just light, and it duplicates, obviously, the design of the Bakelite Slant. You know, this is just a really good razor for the money. I realize it is plastic. It's very light, makes it easy for travel, and it offers a fantastic shave. So I've also had some questions about if I have very heavy beard growth, is that slant really going to work? It's plastic. I'm not sure it's going to be able to cut through it. This is just over 3 days, so it's not like super dense, but it'll be pretty wiry. And you'll see this will have no trouble going through it. This is an Astra SP blade on its second, maybe its third use. Now, there are a couple things to pay attention to with this razor. It is light. It's very light. And as you can hear, it's also a little bit noisy. And I think that as a combination may lead people to using too much pressure when using this razor. Now the slant in this design particularly is very efficient. It is taking the hair off with no issue at all. You do not need to bear down with this razor at all. Very light pressure. And don't be fooled by the amount of noise it's making. It may seem like it's, because of the noise, that there's a lot of stubble left. Just not the case. It sort of amplifies it a little bit, so it's a bit deceptive in that regard. It's taking the hair off, not to worry. This does benefit from a slightly steeper angle on the handle, so a little less like this, a little more like that. But again, as you use it and just use it naturally, you will fall into the natural angle for this razor. Yeah, a really good choice for a travel razor. Light, small. If you skip a day or two while you're traveling, you're going to have no issue taking the hair off. As always, the only trouble spot for me with this particular razor head style, which is true for the Stealth Slant, the original Bakelite, and this one as well, is just the spot right under my nose. Easy, quick first pass. All right, let's go ahead and rinse off the soap. Soap is very slick when wet. So when you're rinsing, you can really feel. And it has kind of an odd, I'm just pulling some soap off the bottom of the brush because there's a lot that sort of dripped down there. It has a slightly dry feeling to it when you're shaving with it. Like it doesn't somehow feel super slick. I'll get that out of my nose in a moment. But it is. Razor moves very easily over the skin. Yeah, really enjoying these soaps. I don't know if it's the macadamia nut oil or some of the other ingredients. Things like the kaolin clay, that doesn't bother me a bit. I've had a number of soaps that include clay, not a problem for me. All right, now again, second pass. Very light, no pressure. You may still hear that there is stubble, but again, don't bear down to try to somehow scrape it all off. Just let the razor do its work, nice and light. The problem with this is that if you do bear down, the razor is very efficient, and I think what people are experiencing is they've actually overshaved. They're taking off a little bit of skin. Yeah, I'm just very light gliding the razor. There's no resistance in this shave at all. Yeah, I think it's really important with this razor not to get fooled by the noise. It's a little bit chatty. And so you may be tempted to keep going over the same spot again. And that's the other thing I'd recommend. Don't keep shaving the same spot with this razor where there's no lather. Shave where there's lather. Don't keep going, making passes or strokes over the same spot. Yeah, love the soap. Really, really good. Yeah, so what I do for travel is I just use a smaller tin. I just, scoop out part of the soap. If it's a soft soap like that, there's obviously nothing to it. And just have a small screw top tin that I use for travel. I've seen people lay out some of their here's my travel kit, and it's 3 or 4 razors and a variety of soaps and 2 or 3 aftershaves. That's not me at all. I go for minimal in that case. It's the one razor. It's as few blades as I need. A single soap. I generally always have alum with me when I'm traveling. I won't be using that in the shave today, but always have that with me. So just a razor of as many blades as I need. A small bit of soap. Aftershave balm and or aftershave. And in this last trip, because of the quality of the balm, I've just skipped the aftershave. So I've just shave, bit of quick alum, and then the aftershave balm. All right, third pass, plenty of soap in here. We go and just try to pull some of that out. Yeah, I could highly recommend these soaps, by the way. I really, really like these things. The scents are a little bit different. I like the texture of the soap. The presentation in the glass jar is very nice. It's a big, heavy glass jar, but the soap is really soft. So in this case, you can easily scoop some out to take with you on a trip. All right, third and final pass. This will be against the grain. And here, it's really critical. Even though it may seem noisy. Resist the urge. Light buffing as always. I do always enjoy the debates about the degree of BBS people want to get. I could certainly make a fourth pass and try to find all the spots where there's just a little bit of stubble or a little bit of hair still left. And I do that sometimes, but for like a regular shave, nope. Now, see, you can still hear a little bit there. And if you want to get crazy, you could lather up again and just go at it. Let's wet that down a little bit. Yeah, see, still very slick. A lot of soap on there still, in fact. Right here. That's it, I'm gonna stop right there. All right, let me rinse my face. Yeah, and this is the nice thing about this soap, I think. Again, it's one of these soaps that hard to rinse, but you get a really good sense for just how slick and how rich it is, and skin feel very good. There we go. All right. Let's towel off a little bit. Okay. So this is a good place to stop right there, because I could of course go through another pass. I could try to get it even closer, but the thing is that the razor is very efficient. You already have a very, very close shave, and in fact, if you're just pushing against the skin right now, you may in fact actually be fooling yourself into thinking you need to shave more than you actually need to. Stop and let it sit for a little bit and get a better feel. All right, man, that soap just excellent. Really good, easy shave, clean results. Nice. That little nick right there. I will say on that, and this is true for the Bakelite as well. You can definitely cut yourself with this. I mean, you do need to be a bit careful. I mean, in terms of aggression, well, I'm not really sure that that applies in a sense, but it can bite you a little bit. You just need to really watch it and just watch the pressure on that one. Okay, now I'm done with the shave. Time for the aftershave balm. When I'm traveling, I would normally apply alum in this case. I'm going to skip that for today. But I took with me on my trip, because it was the sample size and easy to pack, I just wrapped a rubber band around it so it couldn't pop open. This is the North. The scent on the North is extremely close to the scent of the North shaving soap in the aftershave. Very, very true to that. If you like this scent, which is kind of a juniper scent, which actually would pair pretty well with the cedar, but I'm going to use the lime today. Very, very nice aftershave balms, and the travel size is fantastic. This is plenty. I used this for a week, and there's still quite a bit in here. Just open this up. You can see there's still a fair amount in there. I hope you could see that. I just don't want it to come pouring out of the container. But for today, I'm going to use the lime. Love the lime. The lime shaving soap is fantastic. The scent on this is really good. It is not kind of an overly bright or too sweet lime. It's a very nice sort of acidy lime to it. The shave balms do include some additional components. I think this has apple in it, and cucumber, and some lavender. There's a few other ingredients in here. This is a non-alcohol based, as includes aloe vera. The shave balms have been fantastic. The scent on the lime is a little bit sweeter than the shave soap. The scent of the North, for example, and the scent of the Bay Rum are very, very true to the shave soaps and the aftershaves. This one smells a little bit sweeter, which is a good thing. This has got a very nice scent to it. I'm going to use 2 or 3 pumps. As you can see, it's liquidy but not too runny. It's not like that DR Harris milk, but it is definitely thin. One more. 3 pumps. 3 pumps has been plenty, and the aftershave absorbs quickly. It goes in easy. I really, really enjoyed using it. It lasts for quite a while. The skin feels fantastic. Really like the scent. The scent is there. It's distinct, but it's certainly not overpowering. Absorbs easily and quickly. Also, I don't know if everyone else does this, but generally speaking, when I'm applying aftershave or an aftershave balm, I always rub it in the back of my neck. I have no idea, and I didn't really shave back there. Yeah, goes in easy, does not leave kind of a greasy, waxy feel. Oh, skin feels really good. Nice lime scent on that. Yeah, I've really been enjoying these. Captain's Choice sent over a lime, a sandalwood, and then some of the smaller sample sizes, including the bay rum, the north, and an unscented. So if you're interested in the aftershave balm, but you don't want to use one of their standard scents, go for the unscented. Aftershave balm has been fantastic. Really been enjoying that. I'm glad to see them adding this as a product to their lineup. I'm glad to see they're just extending the scents that they already have. Aftershave balm makes a fantastic addition there. Very happy with that. All right, well, as you can see, 3 days of growth gone, no issues. Nice, easy, smooth, comfortable shave. Let's just review the products that we've used again today. First, well, I know this looks very different than when I held it up at first because that soft paste gets mashed around in here quite a bit. This was the Meissner Tremonia Himalayan Heights. Beautiful blue soap. Smells of sort of fresh cut cedar. And is a little bit briny, a little bit salty, which, like I said, adds just a kind of really interesting aspect to the scent. Really like the soap. The soap performance is fantastic, easy to use, easy to lather. Yes, it does need a little bit more water. Today's brush, the old synthetic knot, still plenty of lather in there. Like I said, I have some issues with the weakness of the knot. I think it needs a bit more backbone, and then ironically, when you do use it too hard, I find it's actually scrubbier than you might think. If you're just using it at the tips lightly, face feels fantastic. Today's razor, the Fine Superlite Slant. Yes, it's ABS plastic. It's not going to break when you drop it. I've dropped it a number of times on purpose. No issues. It's not going to bend. Brass razors could bend when you drop them. I know people balk at the price, but the fact is that you're getting what I think is going to be a very durable razor, which it has a very well proven sort of time-tested head design. This works very well for a lot of people. Excellent razor, fantastic shaves, easy, quick, smooth. Just watch the pressure and don't overshave. I think you'll be very happy if you get your hands on one of these. And then finally, to restore my skin to its original luster, the Captain's Choice. Today's choice was the Lime Aftershave Balm. Really liking this stuff. It goes on easy. It soaks in. There's no weird waxy or sort of dense or overly heavy face feel after the fact. And the effects seem to last for quite a while. As I said, you could also get sample size that come in these small containers. This makes a great choice for a quick trip. You should just be aware of one thing, that these are very full when you get them. So when you open them, just be aware of the fact that when the cap opens, it's sort of, there's a bit of a suction motion there, and so you may find that there's some of it actually is stuck to the lid. So I've just tapped it a little bit, and then you open it, and it should be totally fine. Recommended, very good stuff. Glad to see that's been added to the Captain's Choice line. Well, that was a quick run through of the items that I took with me on this particular travel. I have some more travel coming up in which I'll be using a different set of products, which I will likely figure in the next video, which should be about 2 weeks from now, and then we'll just keep the cycle going. There's some new soaps on the way. I've got a new razor to try, which a person has kindly lent me, which is the Rocknell. I'm not sure that that was a friendly gesture on his part, but I'm assuming that it is. I'm quite looking forward to using that for a couple weeks and then passing on my thoughts and review for that one as well. So with all that, let me just say once again, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, goodbye.